Good morning, friends. Happy Tuesday. I hope you're all having a great morning, and I'm looking forward to hearing back from some of you if that's something you can do. Today I want to talk about people in our community at the Glendale home. There are older people that live in that nursing home, and they're not able to have visitors right now because of this virus, just like we're all staying in our own homes. So I decided to send some of my coloring to them. I have been coloring for a very long time, and I've saved a lot of the sheets I did. And I thought, why not send it to them as a kind thing? I've made a couple of cards that I'm going to include and just write, "Dear friend, have a happy day," from Meg Sapia. "Dear friend, I hope you're having a good day. I am thinking of you." It can be very simple. You can just draw a picture and sign your name. You can add a coloring sheet or just make a card. You can use a card you might have like I'm doing, or you can just fold a piece of paper and make a card. But that might be a good thing to do. You might know the Glendale home because it's on Hetcheltown Road, and right next door to it is a giant hill where many friends go sledding. We took Nick and Paul there when they were little to go sledding. I'd like to read this book called Hello Goodbye Window. It's written by Norton Juster and illustrated by Chris Raschukka. The Hello Goodbye Window. Nana and Papa live in a big house in the middle of town. There's a brick path that goes to the back porch, but before you get there, you pass right by the kitchen window. That's the Hello Goodbye window. It looks like a regular window, but it's not. The kitchen is where Nana and Papa are most of the time, so you can climb up on the flour barrel and tap the window, and then duck down and they don't know who did it. Or you can press your face against the glass and frighten them. If they're not in the kitchen, you can't do any of these things, and you have to wait until next time. If they see you first, they wave and make silly faces. Sometimes Nana peekaboos with me, which always makes me laugh. So I get a lot of extra fun and hellos before I even get inside. Just look at the kitchen. It's so big. It has a table you can color on and lots of drawers to take stuff out of and play with. But you can't touch anything under the sink. You could get very sick. There are shelves full of glass jars and lots of everything in them. A step stool so I can wash my hands, and all kinds of pictures from the olden days. Nana says she even used to give me a bath in the sink when I was little. Really? Sometimes Papa plays his harmonica for me. He can only play one song, "Oh, Susanna," but he can play it a lot of different ways. He can play it slow or fast. He can play it sitting down or standing up. He says he can even play it and drink a glass of water at the same time, but I've never seen him do that. When I stay over, we have our supper in the kitchen too. When it's dark outside, we can look at our reflections in the window. It works just like a mirror, except it's not in the bathroom, and it looks like we're outside looking in. Papa says, "What are you doing out there? You come right in and have your dinner." And I say, "But I'm here with you, Papa." And then he looks at me in a funny way. Just before I go to bed, Nana turns off all the lights and we stand by the window and say good night to the stars. Do you know how many stars there are? Neither do I, but she knows them all. In the morning, the first place we go is back to the kitchen, and there's the window waiting for us. You can look out and say good morning to the garden, or see if it's going to rain or be nice. And you can see if the dog next door is doing stuff in Nana's flower beds. She hates that. Sometimes Papa says in a real loud voice, "Hello, world! What have you got for us today?" Nobody ever answers, but he doesn't care. Papa makes breakfast. He says it's his specialty. My favorite is oatmeal with bananas and raisins that you can't see because he hides them down inside. I find them all. When I get dressed, I help Nana in the garden. It's a very nice garden, but there's a tiger who lives behind the big bush in the back, so I don't ever go there. I ride my bike too, not in the street please, or collect sticks and acorns, not in the house please, or just kick my ball around. Sometimes when it's hot, Papa chases me with the hose and I yell, "Stop it, Papa, stop it!" When he does, I ask him to do it again. Nana just shakes her head. When I get tired, I come in and take my nap, and nothing happens until I get up. Then sometimes I just sit by the hello goodbye window and watch. Nana says it's a magic window and anybody can come along when you least expect it. Tyrannosaurus Rex! He's extinct, so he doesn't come around much. The pizza delivery guy, pepperoni and cheese, he knows that's my favorite. The Queen of England. Nana is English, you know, so the Queen likes to come for tea. They all could come, and a lot more if they want. And if they do, I'll see them first. Mommy and Daddy pick me up after work. I'm glad because I know we're going home. But it makes me sad too because I have to leave Nana and Papa. You can be happy and sad at the same time, you know. It just happens that way sometimes. When we leave, we always stop at the window to blow kisses goodbye. When you look from the outside, Nana and Papa's house has lots of windows, but there's only one hello goodbye window, and it's right where you need it. When I get my own house someday, I'm going to have a special hello goodbye window too. By that time, I might be a Nana myself. I don't know who the Papa will be, but I hope he can play the harmonica. I love that story. Well, friends, I hope you have some time today to do a little coloring and maybe write a note or two to some friends at the Glendale home. Here's the address, and I'll put it again in the email. I'll see you tomorrow. I miss you. I miss you. I miss you. Bye-bye.